तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। वंदे गुरोर्मंडलम। शिवोहम। Welcome to this series of talks on Shiv Swaroday. Shiv Swaroday is an ancient tantric text in which Lord Shiva unfolds the secrets of cosmos and cosmic rhythms within us. It is the path that takes one towards perfection. Perfection means all-round expression of positivity, benevolence and success that is rooted in wisdom. A Swar Yoga practitioner attains the power to change the destiny. Guruvar says the wisdom of Vedas is revealed within as a practitioner progresses in the sadhana of Swar Yoga. So far we have covered 51 verses of this tantric treatise. So if you are watching this as your first video here on the Shakti Multiversity channel, I request you to follow the videos from the beginning for better understanding. The link to the playlist is provided in the description box for your easy access. Coming back to Shiv Swaroday. In the last verse, we learned about the transformative Soham sadhana that gives moksha or liberation and on the surface transforms a practitioner by eradicating negativities from his mind, body and psyche. Let's take up the next verse, that is 52nd verse. Shakti Rupah Sthitas Chandro Vamanadi Pravakah Dakshinadi Pravahascha Shambhu Rupo Divakarah. It means the controller of the flow of left nadi is moon, who also resides in the form of Shakti. The controller of the flow of right nadi is the sun, who also resides in the form of Shiva. As discussed earlier, the left nadi, that is the Ida nadi, carries cooling energies like that of the moon. The Ida energies are calming, nourishing and even introvert in nature, and so they are connected to the feminine aspect of divine, the Shakti. The right nadi, that is Pingla nadi, carries dynamic, fierceful and extrovert energies, thus connected to the masculine aspect of the divine, that is Shiva. We are divine beings experiencing the divine play in the matter. As an individual consciousness, we are exhibit on the planet Earth in human form. In the infiniteness of space, we are surrounded by divinity expressing as time, space and energy. Energy, when condensed, takes form of matter. So the celestial bodies, the aspect of time and energies, are all expression and interplay of Shiva and Shakti. Just as Shiva and Shakti in our temple of body manifest as Hamsa or sun and moon, in the same way Shiva Shakti principle is playing in the outer world. Everything is in this world, their parts including the principle of time, is dominant in either of the aspects. There are various planets, days and even fortnights that belong to either moon energies or the sun energies. When the time is specifically having more of the moon energies, it will affect the Ida nadi and vice versa. We'll talk in quite detail about this secret in some of the coming lectures, as there are many factors to be considered there. For now, let us understand the play of sun and moon within our body. How can you know which nadi or aspect is active at a given time, whether sun aspect is dominant or moon? This is not complicated at all. Right now, within 3 minutes, I will teach you how to check which nadi is active. It's very easy. Look here. Our nose has 2 nostrils, one right, one left. Now, if you pay attention, you will find that only one of your nostril is active. Check now. In all probability, you will find one nostril is active. It means you are breathing either from your left nostril or right nostril predominantly. You can check again. Right now, try to find out. Okay, if you are not able to distinguish, just place your hand like this near your nostrils and exhale. Exhale with little force, not too much, but little bit force, and you will definitely be able to observe that air flow is more stronger in one side, either right or left. If you are breathing from your right nostril, it means your Pingala Nadi is active. At that time, if you are breathing from your left nostril, then your Ida Nadi is active. You can also know this by closing one nostril and breathe from the other. Then do the same with other nostril. In the nostril through which the breath is free flowing is the one that is active. Done. So here the most important organ is our nose. It is through the nostrils that we breathe and take in prana urja. Our nose is a connection between external and the internal. There are minute detectors in the mucous membrane of the nose that send signals to the brain when we breathe. Apart from the olfactory sensors, we also have many subtle receptors and nadis in here that are directly connected to our subtle body or pran body. Through this mechanism, the brain is continuously picking up information of the external through the breath. If we are sensitive and open to these signals, we can get intuitive guidance. You may have heard this idiom, I smell a rat, which means to be able to sense something that is not right without even getting any direct visual or auditory signals. How does that happen? Now you have a clue. There are many secret yogic practices through which this sense of intuition can be heightened and can be used for noble purposes. Anyways, coming back to the sun and moon, both the nostril, as we have just understood, are connected to two major energy circuits in our body that are Ida and Pingala. So it is important for Swar Yogi to take proper care of this organ, nose, as one understands, determines and manipulates the prana through the breath. It is through the manipulation of the breath that one is able to control the energy circuits, that is the nadi system in the body. We'll talk more about it in later videos. That's all for today. Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. I bow down to the divine sitting in your hearts. Shivoham.